I want you to imagine that you have a bottle and that you're filling it with things. If I have more gratitude in my bottle, there's a little bit of space left for all of the rest. But if I have no gratitude, if I'm not practicing that and filling my bottle up with gratitude, that means there's a lot of space left for all those other things that I may not want. So I want you to be able to practice daily on your gratitude and fill that bottle up to the brim, so that you are in control of what your life and your day is full of, and that you give very little space for all those other things that are unwanted. Today we're going to be talking about gratitude, and I know that it's a little bit cliche because Thanksgiving is this week. However, I wanted to give a different perspective about gratitude and give you a little something extra that maybe you haven't heard about this topic. We're constantly talking about how important gratitude is and you gotta be grateful. I feel that sometimes it just becomes something we say, but do we really truly understand it? So today I really wanted to talk about why we should be grateful and also how we can become more grateful in our lives. It's funny because last night I was, prepping for this video, and I asked my husband right before bed and I said, "What are you grateful for? What was a good thing about today?" And he stopped, like skeptical, like, is this a trick question? And he's like, "Waking up next to you." And although that is a good answer, I really wanted to know what were you grateful for today? What was the best part of your day? And then it got me thinking about, oh shoot, wait, what are you grateful for? What is the best part of your day? And I realized how important it is to be intentional about our gratitude, because if we don't actually take a moment to stop and be grateful, it's hard to actually have it as a part of your life. So that's why I feel that this topic is so important, and I hope that it brings you guys just a little bit more positivity and guides you on this empowerment journey, because I feel that as an empowered woman, it is so important to be grateful throughout the whole empowerment journey. Before we get started, you already know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell so that you don't miss a thing. And if you like the topics that we're talking about, go ahead and hit that like button and share it so that we can spread this message of gratitude, especially during the wonderful holidays. So if there's anything for you to take away from today, it's that happiness does not create gratitude. In fact, gratitude is what creates happiness. And that's why it is such a key element of being an empowered woman. You have to be able to practice gratitude and make it a part of your daily routine in order to be abundant in happiness. Now, this doesn't mean that you always have to be grateful and happy. However, it is going to become an important part of your life. And of course, we want to grow more in the positive emotions and the positive feelings. So being grateful and practicing this is going to help you achieve just that. And now, I know what you're thinking, Kat, it doesn't make sense. Happiness is a positive thing, and if you're feeling happy, then obviously you have to be grateful. Not really, because you can have everything in the world. You can achieve all of your goals and still not be happy. Have you ever met somebody who you thought it was like perfect and had everything in the world and they weren't happy? Right. Because in order to be happy, we have to be able to recognize the things that we have. We have to be able to appreciate and feel grateful for them. You have to be able to practice gratitude in order to become self-aware, in order to be in the moment. And as you start to notice all these good and positive things, that's how happiness grows. So being grateful, being in the moment, being appreciative of all the things, of all the goals you achieved, of all the skills you've developed is what creates your happiness, not the other way around. Happiness is a result of gratitude. So we want to be able to practice gratitude in order not just to be happy, but also to start recognizing all of the wonderful things that we are doing in our lives and truly see the growth that you are creating as this empowered woman on this amazing journey. Like I said before, it's not about us being grateful all the time. However, it's about us being able to tip the scale to having more gratitude, more happiness, more positive emotions than the negative ones. I don't want you to discredit any emotion that you have, good or bad, because life is hard. This empowerment journey is a struggle. However, it doesn't mean that in those moments we give up gratitude and we give up happiness and all of our positive things. These two things can be happening simultaneously. And as a matter of fact, it is the struggle, it is the pain and the sadness that helps us appreciate those moments of happiness and gratitude even more. You've felt pain, you've known struggle, you've faced failure. So when those moments of success, happiness, gratitude, appreciation come, they should be even more joyous because you know to appreciate that. It's the yin and yang of life, right? It's one thing can't live without the other. We know how great it is to be happy and to have gratitude because we felt pain and struggle. I want you to be able to have that perspective shift and not feel like you have to always be happy, but appreciate those moments. Understand that that pain and struggle is momentary, and that when you replace that and start shifting your mind into gratitude, you're going to be able to create a place and a space where the balance of good and bad is like this, and good is up here and bad is down here. It'll always be there again, right? Because we're not looking for perfection. We're not looking for 1000% happiness. What we're looking for is more good than bad. So the $1,000,000 question becomes, how do we achieve this? How can I make gratitude a bigger part of my life? How can I practice it more? And I want you to notice that throughout this video, I have mostly been talking about practicing gratitude because I want us to be able to shift from seeing gratitude as an adjective and more as a verb. It is something that we have to work on. It is a skill that we have to develop. And so, to make your life easier, because that's what I'm here for, I'm going to give you 7 ways and 7 things you can do every single day in order to make gratitude a bigger part of your life. And just by doing one of these things daily will help you in order to grow in your gratitude. The first one you can do is be able to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. But the twist with this is going to be, I want you to do 2 common ones. So it could be, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my job, or whatever it is. 2 that are very obvious to you. And then the last one, do something that is pretty uncommon or something that you don't necessarily think about automatically as something that you would be grateful for. For example, I'm grateful for being able to see, for being able to drive, something that is uncommon. Start off easy by thinking about the things that are obvious to you, but then challenging yourself to think about something else. What else can you be grateful for that you may have not thought about otherwise? Number 2 is going to be something that you will probably be doing this week on Thanksgiving Day, which is using gratitude around the table. And use this as a way to connect if you're eating with anybody else. If you're among family or friends, go around the room and say something that you're grateful for. What this will do is give you an efficient way to add gratitude into your life. We always have to eat, right? So if we pair mealtime with gratitude, then you'll always be reminded that, okay, if I sit down to eat my meal or if I heat it up, I'm thinking about what am I grateful for? And it doesn't always have to be I'm grateful for my food. It could be other things. Number 3 is going to be use this as a conversation starter. So if you're talking to someone or just meeting someone for the first time, ask them, what are you grateful for? This is going to be something really cool because there's going to be 3 different effects that happen. Number 1, you are going to challenge the other person to be grateful. So it is a way to spread happiness and gratitude. Number 2, you are going to challenge them to think about good and positive things in their life. And number 3, it's going to be that you're going to remind yourself and challenge yourself to think and do the same. When I asked my husband what he was grateful for, it automatically triggered me to think about, wait, what are you grateful for? Because if I'm asking this, then I should know the answer to it too. So whether or not they ask you the same question, at least you've already thought about it and you've added some gratitude into your day. Number 4 is going to be for all my journaling people out there who love to write. Keep a gratitude journal. If you don't journal, I really would love for you to look into it because it is something that I absolutely love, and it's definitely, I'm such an advocate for journaling because it is so therapeutic and just, it's great for the soul. But even being able to do a gratitude journal will help you implement this in an easy way because some of the books have prompts already in it where you can just write. And there's this really cool journal that I'll link down below that is called the 5-year journal. And it's just one line. So for my people that feel like you don't have a lot of time to journal, this is the journal for you. It's just one line, one thing that you're grateful for, and you're done. It could be one word, one sentence, and that's it, you're done. And it goes on to give you space to fill it up for 5 whole years. So you don't have to even think about buying a new journal for a very long time. Number 5 is gonna be for my forgetful people. If you're like me and you have so many things on your mind that you really can't remember anything, creating notes all over your house to remind you to be grateful is such a great way to add gratitude into your life and not even have to think about doing it. Some of my favorite ways to do this is writing it on my mirror in the bathroom, or leaving little sticky notes on my monitor or on my keyboard or maybe in my agenda so that it reminds me, what are you grateful for? And I want you to be able to read that note and do it right in the spot. Don't feel like you have to go and write it down or go talk to someone about it. Even just saying it out loud to yourself is an effective way to add gratitude into your life. Number 6 is going to be added to your routine, whether it's in the morning or in the night. Being able to do it the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning or the last thing you do when you go to sleep at night is such a great way to be able to begin and end your day. And I think this is a really cool and wonderful technique, especially when you're in stressful times or if you've had a really bad day, because we don't want to wake up feeling anxious and we don't want to go to sleep feeling anxious. Therefore, being able to train your mind to think about something good the first thing in the morning or the last thing at night will help you set the day off right and end the day right. And the final one is going to be have a gratitude buddy. I want you to be able to find someone that shares your same goals, that also wants to be grateful, and hold yourselves accountable. Have that person ask you and you ask them on a daily basis, what are you grateful for? I think this is also really cool when you're stressed out and maybe this is the person that you talk to and they can remind you, okay, I know you're stressed out. Let's go ahead, let's do this. What are you grateful for? And if you make it an intentional thing, it doesn't become annoying, because I know that sometimes when you're stressed out and someone says, you just got to be grateful. It's like, I don't want to be grateful right now. But if you've assigned this role to one another it becomes a reminder as opposed to unsolicited advice. Use the world around you, the support system that you have, the resources in order to help you grow within this practice of gratitude. And overall, I think the main thing is just to be able to do at least one thing every single day that promotes gratitude. That way we can practice it more and more, because at some point it will become second nature. Your mind is such a powerful tool and it could create our reality. So when I say that gratitude creates your happiness, it means that you are able to use this tool and practice this in order to grow. When we start to recognize all the things that we are grateful for, then that means that we are going to start noticing all those good things in our life. And the more we recognize the good things, the more good and positive we attract into our life. Not only are you able to notice the good things happening, but now you're able to do more of what is making you happier, and therefore create this life that has more of all these wonderful things. I want you to imagine that you have a bottle and that you're filling it with things. If I have more gratitude in my bottle, there's a little bit of space left for all of the rest. But if I have no gratitude, if I'm not practicing that and filling my bottle up with gratitude, that means there's a lot of space left for all those other things that I may not want. So I want you to be able to practice daily on your gratitude and fill that bottle up to the brim, so that you are in control of what your life and your day is full of, and that you give very little space for all those other things that are unwanted. And more than anything, be kind to yourself. Some days will be easier than others. You don't always have to be grateful. The most important thing is that you try. That's it. Just make the effort, make the intention, grow within gratitude, and it will come. Hope that you have such a wonderful Thanksgiving and that this becomes the catalyst for a year and a lifetime full of gratitude. Practice it now and moving forward. Go ahead and comment down below something that you're grateful for, and even share this with someone that you want to be your gratitude buddy. And let's start this amazing abundance of gratitude in all of our lives. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys have some good food, some good company, and just a wonderful time in the holidays, because we deserve it. I will see you guys next week, but until then, always remember, cat cares. Bye guys.